Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Team Break Tuesday. Tuesday night breaks return for the first time in a long time. I think this is our first Tuesday night break in a good bit. And what we have for you tonight is we have a mixer. It's not going to be a long live stream. That's part of the reason why we have such a late start. It just sold out not that long ago. So this mixer is a jumbo box of 2025 Top Series 1 with 2 silver packs, 2024 Heritage High Number Hobby Box, and an Archives box there. The Archives box from 2024 with an autograph or relic. So this is a Patreon-only break. We always have Patreon-only options on Tuesday, but a lot of folks have been going to the Whatnot route. So we see a lot of our Patreon members that also are now buying on Whatnot. So we're going to go ahead and get this one going right now. Austin says, great news about Pete Rose and Joe Jackson. Yeah, really, really nice news. I actually had a whole other video ready to go today about Paul Skeens and his 1-of-1 rookie debut patch auto, the $1 million card. I went and I saw it. I did a whole tour of the whole setup and the shrine to Skeens, as I'm calling it. And then I saw that news. I was like, we'll just save this video for tomorrow. Why don't we? It's pretty cool. Where do you see the? Where do you see it? It's in a mall in a Dick's Sporting Goods, and it is really nice. They did a great job. It's so nice. I think I'm gonna make 2 videos out of it. There's like a baseball card section in there. The card section there is literally like a card store. So Dick's Sporting Goods, if you have one near you, and if they're updating all the Dicks to have this collector's clubhouse, is what they're calling it. They've got more inventory than most card stores there. They probably had 1,000 blaster boxes altogether. And also they had hobby boxes. They had these boxes there. 2024 update. I paid $250 for these boxes from freaking Steel City Collectibles on release day. Guess how much Dick's had them for? The hobby boxes. $99. So under $100. Because everything is at our MSRP. There's no markups. It's great. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. We're going to be ripping all this stuff. The first item of business is to go ahead and get everybody a team. So thank you, everybody, for your patience on this one. Those of you that bought into this one, I know it took a little while to fill, but it is filled, and we'll break it open now. So I'm going to use, on the Patreon breaks, we use random.org to assign the team. So we go down and we find the list randomizer right here. Scroll down, and then we take all of these names right here. All are sold except for one. There's one open spot. And we put all of the names in there. And we are ready to rock and roll. So it's gonna divide all these names up, shuffle them around, then I'll copy and paste that against a template, and that'll be your team. Here we go. I feel like it's been a while since we've done this. So here's all of the names. I will copy all of them and paste them over to the master list. And you'll find out what teams you have in a second here in this 3-box mixer. There we go. So we have Salvador Garcia starting things off. He'll have the Arizona Diamondbacks. We've got Paul Wilson with the Atlanta Braves. We've got Jack Holland with the Baltimore Orioles. Robert has the Red Sox and the Cubs. Brian has the Reds. David Hughes has the Guardians. Greg has the Rockies. Casey has the White Sox. The Tigers are wide open. If anybody wants the Tigers, I've got them right now. I will sell them. I think the buy-in for this was like $39. If anybody wants the Tigers for $30 straight up, they're yours. Hey, Ross, how's it going? P. Furman with the Houston Astros. Joe Miller with the Kansas City Royals. Paul Wilson with the Angels. Dennis with the Dodgers. Josh DeWalt with the Marlins. Colorado Cardboard. What's up, man? Dodgers for Dennis. Josh for Miami. Mofo with Milwaukee. P. Furman has the Minnesota Twins. Salvador has the Mets. P. Furman has the Yankees. Robert with the Oakland A's. Brian Kramer with the Phillies. Robert gets the Buccos. Joshua DeWalt with San Diego. Milo and Otis has the Mariners. Jack with San Fran. Greg Klein has St. Louis and Tampa Bay. Mark Panyard has Texas. Joe Miller has Toronto and Washington. Ross says, any Bowman box wars this weekend? I might bring those back. Yeah, we didn't do it this past weekend. I'm not sure. We'll see. I do have a Saturday basement blowout sale, but we could potentially get into that as well. Let's go ahead and get into our break, everybody. You got your teams. The Hawks, how's it going? What does Condon mean in Spanish? I don't think we're going to go into that. We're talking about Charlie Condon. I'm going to just guess his name's not Spanish. You can go ahead and use Google Translate for that one. But let's go ahead and check these out. The toughest packs to open of all time. And I am here with some scissors. Gonna be a little baby. And I'm gonna snip. Here's why. I'm gonna show you me trying to open one of these. Well, I guess that wasn't too bad. Maybe I'll just man up. I can't open them in the old-fashioned way that I like to. I've got a certain method that I like to use. Greg Klein just took the Tigers. Tigers off the board. The Great Bambino. Thank you very much. Your name's on them. You'll get all the Tigers cards, including all the Colt Keiths. And if there's a Jackson Jobe auto, he's got an auto in that Series 1 checklist, but no base card. He'll be yours, too. No Bowman in this one. I have a Bowman round on Patreon. It's a Bowman mix around with a jumbo and a hobby and a blaster. That one's not sold out yet. So we'll start off with the Heritage high number and see what we can do. Hope everyone had a good Tuesday, despite the late start here. Tomorrow we'll be back in the saddle over on Whatnot. And we'll be breaking a whole bunch of Bowman and everything else. Here is our first numbered card, Brandon Walter. It's number 2699. This is a YouTube-only one tonight. And nothing else in that bad boy. Here we go with this next one. Let's get these opened up the old-fashioned way. Struggling at every turn. Travis says, I'll take another the Bowman round. Go ahead. You can set it in for it, man. That round's not going to go tonight. It might go next Tuesday. Still kind of battling this. Man, this sinus congestion now is on day 9. When's Jackson Lee Jabs joining us? Jackson may be joining us next week. Sophia's like, today we're sitting awaiting my daughter's chorus concert to start. She's like, oh, just so you know, next Tuesday I'm going in for an induction acupuncture. I was like, wait, what? Travis, I got payment for the Bowman round. I'll put you on the list right now. So she is going to go in next Tuesday and have an acupuncture done, which is supposed to induce labor. She said sometimes the baby comes within 30 minutes. Other times it doesn't. So I don't know. It might come, it might not. I was like, well, I sure hope that you're doing that later in the day in case I have to leave work. There's Stuart Fairchild out of 75. The baby is not supposed to come until June 2nd, but she is considered full term right now. So looks like next week is the week. There's Bobby Miller numbered to 699. Another numbered card. We're up to 3 numbered cards. This is why these are so nice, these Heritage high numbers, and you also have a chance at all those good rookies. All the good 2024 rookies are in this, and there's a lot less cards in the checklist. There's only 225 instead of 500. So you're going to get a good chance of Chorios and Holidays and Skeens. There's another Chorio right there. But when I went to Dick's Sporting Goods today, I couldn't believe they had hobby boxes. They had a showcase just like a card shop set up. And they actually had a worker assigned to this clubhouse. It's called Clubhouse Corner. And it literally is like a little card store in Dick's Sporting Goods. Supposedly, they're going to be coming to every Dick's Sporting Goods House of Sport. I think they're kind of trying to update all the Dick's Sporting Goods to make them more like an experience, not just going in there and just looking around for some clothes, but with activities like a rock wall. And I mean, if I'm telling you, I might be going to Dick's Sporting Goods every single release day if I can get stuff at, pre-sale prices. They also had Bowman. They had a ton of Bowman blasters, a ton of Bowman hobby boxes, and the hobby boxes were at release day pricing, or pre-sale pricing. They were $249. So there's Paul Skeens right there. I went and saw him today. The Hawk says the 9th month is a tough one, but And again, the first trimester, she had a really tough first trimester. She had that hyperemesis. Another numbered card. This one goes to the Yankees. He's on the left. A-Rod, MVP card. Still haven't seen the hit yet. I'm trying to go nice and slow so I don't miss the blue ink or the red ink. A nice white Jackson Chourio right there. Very nice. Take that one and put it on the board. Yamamoto, the favorite right now to win the Cy Young Award. Yep. They put a power rankings out, so to speak, and right now, Yamamoto's the favorite, and Skeens is number 2. It's not been quite as good a year for Paul Skeens as last year. His ERA is almost a full run higher. His velocity is down a few miles an hour. He gets no run support, so despite having an ERA in the high 2s, he has a losing record. He just lost again on Monday. Speaking of losing, I don't even know what the Pirates did tonight. I usually try to tune in, but apathy is starting to creep in around here with the Pirates being so bad. Oh, wow, they lost 2-1. Imagine that. They scored one freaking run again. That is awful. The Pirates, for the entire month, they only have 2 wins. The most runs they've scored in any game has been 4. No more than 4 runs in any game, and we are literally into just about the middle of the month. Tomorrow's the 14th, almost halfway through. It's been really bad. Thank goodness for that Braves series. We had 2 wins against the Braves and nothing else the entire month. And then it doesn't get much easier. We got the Phillies coming up next. There we go. Autograph. Samad Taylor for the Kansas City Royals. Big news in Philadelphia and Cincinnati. P. Rose, reinstated, allowed to get into the Hall of Fame. So that's really great. Pete Rose spent most of his years in Cincinnati, but also spent a nice chunk of years in Philadelphia. There's Mauricio Dubon, number 225. And he spent a couple weeks in Montreal up there, which I always forget about. I think he might have 1 card of himself in an Expos uniform. Really rare to see that one. Not a bad box for all the numbered stuff, and I wish the auto was a little bit better. But yeah, I found these. It's Jackson Merrill at Dick's Sporting Goods today for less than $100 a box for hobby. What a hidden gem. Yeah, I guess lifetime ban means lifetime, so I guess the wording kind of helped him out. Here we go with this next one. Trevor May had a video about the Pirates' plight. It's been an absolute joke of a season for us. It's been all these controversies from one thing to the next. Here comes Archives. It's another tough product to open up. I don't know why these late 2024 products are like super tamper-proof. But let's go ahead and check these ones out. This has 2 autos per box. And then we'll wrap things up with the big old jumbo box. I do not think we're going to have any other breaks besides this one tonight. We have 2 other rounds on Patreon listed currently, but they are not filled. Timmy T Time says, awful day for baseball. Totally ruined my lunch. Yeah, it's pretty interesting to see how people are split about Pete Rose and Shoeless Joe Jackson. I kind of like it. I like the fact that I think it might help my guy Barry Bonds get in the Hall of Fame down the line. But here we go with this one. There's Yandy Diaz. He's in the news. He was not allowed to go into Canada to play. Visa issues. David says, sorry, just got on. What team do I have? David Hughes. Let me tell you as we see our first autograph. And how about this? I had the Tigers and I gave them up for sale for $30 to anybody that wanted them. And this one's now going to go to Greg. He picked them up. It's Brandon Inge. Unfortunately, not a big name. David, you got the Cleveland Guardians. I think you just have one team. I see you on Cleveland. So the randomizer placed you. There was no hits in the first box Cleveland-wise. There may have been a chrome. I can't remember. But the autograph was for the Royals in the first box. There's the showman. He was in the news today because he cut his hair. Must have been a slow news day in baseball before the big announcement on Pete Rose. So one autograph is down. I got all excited today. I went on Topps website. I was like, you know what? I'll do a little research on this Series 2. Clicked on the checklist. I was like, wait a minute. Why is Heston Kjerstad a rookie card? Those idiots. I was like, wait. Why is Shota Imanagan a rookie card? And then I realized they had linked the 2024 checklist. I was like, why do they even have that there? It's like, in the meantime, here's the 2024 checklist for Series 2. I was looking forward to seeing the 2025. I guess 2025 will have Jackson. I just want to know who the headliners are. Jackson Jobe, Hiroki Sasaki. Ross, as you passed the super short, who was it? Here's this next one. Cal Manzardo's in there. The insert's the super short. It wasn't one of those Western cards or anything. There's Andrew Vaughn. That'll be the 50. The Phillies cards is Ross. I'll check it out. It's got sitting off to the side over here. We'll bring it back. Luis Rise. Ross says we got a super short print. There's Shota right there. Bryce Harper once again. Kyron Paris on the pink. All right, Ross says there's a super short Phillies. Here, let's go back through them again and see. The Showman. I think he's right. Yeah, the Showman Harper. It doesn't look like it's a super short print, but this is one of those. There's a couple, like, it's like 1990s batting leaders, TV Westerns, and I guess this too. So I do believe that Ross is right. Good eye, Ross. The Harper right there. I don't know what it's worth. It might only be worth like $5 or $10, but still we'll get it into a sleeve. Ross says that's only the second one I've seen pulled. Now you got me curious, Ross. I got to go and fire up the good old eBay over here and see what that is going for. 2024 Archives Showman Bryce Harper. Only 2 coughing attacks a day during the testing. My goodness, it's listed for 120. There's only one listing though, so let's check out the sold listings. This Showman card has sold for 120 on March 21st, but no sales since. So this card is extremely rare. It is a super, super, super short print. It has sold for 120 and 85 and 80. They only 3 sales on eBay. So that's pretty awesome if you got the Phillies. The Phillies in this round are owned by Brian Kramer. So Kramer, you've got the, I guess it's called the TV Westerns super short prints. Shout out to Ross with a good eye. Very nice. $120 card. That'll kind of offset the freaking Brandon Inge autograph. You know, when you buy a box, you hope to hopefully at least get more than your money back. It doesn't always happen that way, unfortunately. You could buy one of these boxes go for like $185, something like that. I don't know what they are now. They may have come down a little bit. I have noticed that some 2024s are starting to come back to earth, which is pretty nice. And it might be because some of these rookies aren't really having the same impact as last year. I would say Yamamoto is the main one that is really overperforming where he was last year. You got guys like Jackson Holiday. He's been just about average, a little above average. Let's see what he's doing. 264 with 4 home runs. You got Jackson Merrill's been really good. So Jackson Merrill, let's check him out. He's hitting 467, but it's only 60 at-bats. 467 and 60 at-bats. That's crazy. But he's been hurt for most of the season. Jackson Chourio, he's a kind of a notorious slow starter. He's only hitting 260, but he's got 7 home runs, which isn't too bad. 7 dingers. Probably put him on pace for 30. His OPS plus, though, is 105, making him 5% better than an average player. And I'm hitting myself because there's a moth that just flew on me on my sweatshirt, so I had to go ahead and end that guy. One more autograph is out there. Paul Skeens has not been as good. Still good, but not as good. Ryan Zimmerman, who's back in the news, sort of. He's part of that Home Run Derby X, which is this new stunt that MLB is playing. It's retired players and softball players getting together to do like a 6-city Home Run Derby challenge tour, and he's one of them. Him, Manny Ramirez, Ben Zobrist. There's Paul Skeens. I still think he's really good. He's just not as good as last year. He's made some adjustments to his delivery. The arm slot has dropped about 5%. And I don't know. We'll see. He'll be back, I think. He's still super young. What is he, like 23? I do hope he wins the Cy Young this year. I'd like to see him be a perennial Cy Young winner. It's going to be tough on a team that scores on average 1 run per night, though. All right, so let me see what these cards. We got 1 stack left. Here they are. And then we have 1 box left. It's the jumbo box. Just a little pop-up mixer break tonight. Yup says, greetings from Oregon. Well, hello from Oregon. I've only really been kind of like by your state. It's very pretty. I was out there in the Mount Rainier area years ago. But I don't think I can never say I've actually poked around in Oregon. It's something I need to do one of these days. I like national parks. My new thing is I want to go to every national park. Take all the kids, all the family to all the national parks. We did Yosemite 2 years ago and Yellowstone last year. Now, I'm kind of in vacation planning mode right now. Got to look around and see if we can find some place. Sophia just wants to go to the beach and just hang out with the new baby. But I'm like, well, what about mountains? Here's Mike Mussina the Moose, numbered to just 15 on the gold. That's one thing I don't like about Heritage, how they have all the parallels all screwed up. The reds to 50, the gold, which usually are 50 or to 15. There's Ellie right there. O'Neal Cruz, his average is down to the 230s now. PCA's been having a great season. He's an up-and-comer. And now we're on to our last box, the final one. It's the big boy jumbo box. This is the last box of this little pop-up break. It's only going to be probably about a 30-minute break or so on this Tuesday night. But we got breaks available for the folks that want them on Patreon. So if you buy spots, we'll get it done once the break sells out. And if you want a whole bunch of breaks, we got them on Whatnot tomorrow. Be filling those. I don't know. I might stick to the 5 seconds on, what was that, Sunday? I was doing 5-second rounds, like putting a team up for 5-second auctions. And I kind of liked how much more fast-paced it was. I did notice I was able to sort literally half as much by the end of the night. Instead of having all the rounds sorted, I only had 4 rounds sorted. Still got almost everything out the next day. Just stay up after the fact and work on stuff. We've got Ryan Thompson right here. It is going to be a true photo. How about that? True photo. Ryan Thompson. Ross says, did they overprint Series 2? I don't know. I'll tell you that I tried to order blaster boxes of Series 2. I put in max order in of 100, and they canceled my order both times. I literally ordered it. I put in 100 blasters because I need them for Patreon. And then within 5 seconds, it's like, we've canceled your order due to unforeseen circumstances. I was like, okay. I was like, wait a minute. Did I buy 100 blasters yesterday when I bought my jumbos and my hobbies? And I went and I looked and I didn't. So I tried it again. Same issue. So I don't know what's going on with the blasters, but I'm trying to buy them. But yeah, Series 2 has been up for pre-sale and it has been sitting there. The jumbo case is sold out. I know that. But I think everything else is still available. So it's going to sell. Series 2 is usually printed like half as much as Series 1, so it's not going to be available like Series 1 was and just sat there. Wow, this is a good box so far. We had a true photo for the Diamondbacks, and now we have Matt Chapman on the home field advantage case hit right there. So that's essentially 2 case hits in 2 packs. And our first hit is going to be Marcus Semien on the game-used bat. Got Aurelvis Martinez right there. Try buying 99. Sometimes that works. Yeah, I don't know why it canceled it on me. But that was really weird because I need those for Patreon. Like, I'm not exceeding any limits. I know they're super strict with those limits and stuff. My credit card's gonna be going crazy. It's gonna be maxed out because like they're still charging the credit card. There's holds on my credit card for like $2,700 times 2 because of this. Let me go and see if they're still there. Now, those holds better be coming off. But that kind of ties up my buying power, you know. Let me see. What's my freaking password again? Let's get into the old credit card and see. What do we got in the pending section? Dick's Sporting Goods is called House of Sport. Yeah, you know what? I don't see pending charges for... I don't see it. I have $8,000 currently of pending charges. Mostly it's because I bought some more cases of Bowman. And $1,000 at Dick's Sporting Goods today. But I don't have any pending charges anymore for Topps. So I'm going to go ahead and try and buy some blasters because I need them for our Patreon members. And I got to pay full price just like you do. I don't have a case guy anymore. So I'm going to try to do what Ross said and see if I can get this done. All right. It says limit per customer 100. I'm going to go 99. It's going to end up being like $27 a blaster is what it ends out being after the tax is added in. All right. $2,474 for 99 blasters. Continue to check out. Everything's in, like, I've got everything saved. Like, I do this all the time. I buy stuff and just click pay now. My credit card is saved in my Topps account. Should work. It says your order is being processed. Let's see if it goes through. It says congratulate, or it says thank you. It just says thank you. Confirmation. Order is confirmed. Now let's see. Your purchase for $2,622.45 was approved, says my credit card. Now let's wait. I bought Bitcoin today for the first time. That's totally random. I was like, my goodness, Bitcoin is up to 104,000. Like, I was thinking about buying it when it was like 70-some thousand. And it's been canceled. Just like that. Your order has been canceled because of unforeseen circumstances. So I tried it with 100 twice. I just tried it with 99. They will not sell me blasters. Like, I'm trying to buy them at full price. Hey, Barnaby, what's up, man? I can't get those blaster boxes. I guess I'm going to have to go and buy them elsewhere. The problem is if I go to, like, blowout cards, they're going to charge me an extra couple $100. Barnaby living a wonderful life over there. That's awesome, man. Yeah, we're just doing a little pop-up break here. Folks on Patreon rallied around this the break tonight and got this one going. Call Topps tomorrow. Yeah, I've got a representative that handles. I don't know if he handles any but he reaches out to me. He's one. I don't even think he's a breaker representative. I think it's for the high volume buyers. They will reach out and be like, hey. Like when he first made contact with me, he's like, hey, I saw you bought all these cases. I've got these available if you're interested. Here we go. Autograph time. It's Jack Kochanowicz. I'm not even sure how to say his name. I've not even really heard of him for the Angels. Angels are another rough team this year. Got some big frowny faces this year across the league with the Rockies, the Angels, the White Sox, of course, Pirates. For me, the Pirates are the biggest disappointment. But that's probably because they're my hometown team. We still have 2 silver packs, so. All right, so there's also another relic out there. How about Jacob Wilson, by the way? This guy, Jacob Wilson, he's a good one. Let's do a Jacob Wilson strikeout counter. He's hitting 348 right now. He's a rookie. He's hitting 348. He might win the batting title this year. My goodness, Jacob Wilson struck out yesterday. Well, the world's ending. He has now struck out for the entire season in 163 plate appearances. How many times he struck out? 9. Not even double digits. 9 times. On the other hand, let's take a guy like who strikes out a lot. O'Neal Cruz has been having a good year. He has struck out 47 times. Ellie De La Cruz, where's he at? He's usually another guy that's up there. Ellie De La Cruz has struck out 54 times. Jacob Wilson has struck out 9 times. That's the formula. You put the ball in play. That's how he's going to win batting titles. There's James Wood right there. That's how Luis Arraez would win those batting titles. Luis Arraez never really... The C is silent in Kohanowitz. Thank you. Did I say that right? There's Andrew Vaughn. Those Eastern European names always really mess with me. Gold on the Andrew Vaughn right there. But Luis Arraez won three consecutive batting titles by not doing much but slapping the ball in play. Like, his WAR this year, he's hitting 288 this year. He's got a negative WAR. It was canceled immediately. It must be by Topps because my card's approved. I've got plenty of money available on the card. It's just coming. Topps is auto canceling it for whatever reason. But anyway, Luis Arraez, his strikeout totals were in the 3 years that he won the batting title in 2022, 2023, 2024, were 43 in 2022, 34, which is crazy, in 2023, and 29 in 2024. So he just puts the ball in play. That's it. You slap the ball in play every time, that average is going to be higher. So I think Jacob Wilson's got the recipe to win some batting titles in his career. He might win it this year. Even more impressive this year, Luis Arraez. I thought Jacob Wilson was something else. Luis Arraez only struck out 3 times this year. Just 3 freaking times. That's something. There's Heston Kjerstad right there. And Kobe Mayo. This is the age of strikeouts. Pitchers are throwing harder than ever. It's like, I feel like most pitchers strike out more batters than they have innings pitched. Which back in the day, the olden days, that was really rare unless you're like Nolan Ryan. I think he's only struck out 3 times. He's only hitting 288, only in quotations. There's Dylan Cruz right there. We got Ryan O'Hearn. Yeah, the order history, I've got the other ones that all the other Series 2 stuff that I've grabbed. I've got all that. Maybe they just think that I bought too much, and I'm just blacklisted from buying any more Series 2. Like, you bought enough. You bought enough of the hobby, because I think I maxed out on the hobbies. I maxed out on the jumbos. Yeah, okay. I've got my 3 orders there. It says canceled, canceled, canceled. It just says straight up canceled. Order total 0. But it's not telling me why. I had this happen before. I see 3 other canceled orders. I was just trying to buy Topps Now stuff. It was even canceling my Topps Now. Like, my guy Jacob Wilson hopped in there trying to buy some Jacob Wilson Topps Now cards, and they just did the same thing there. So I don't know. I hope it's not one of those issues with the bank. You know how people have issues with the bank on whatnot, and their card just... But my card's approving these transactions, so I don't get it. J.P. Crawford right there. If they wouldn't even freaking approve a $39 transaction with those Jacob Wilsons, I don't know. It's just... I don't know what's up. Here's our last pack for the silver pack. Corey Seager and Nolan Arenado right there. So overall, nice, not a bad box with the 2 case hits. The home field advantage. And then the true photo. There's the silver packs. See, I don't want this 5. I need 100. It's not worth me even ordering 5. I'd rather just go buy cases from freaking Blowout Cards and go that route. Here's the silver packs for the last 2 packs of the night on this late Tuesday. So if you get anything here, there's Ellie. Nothing numbered yet. And Wyatt Langford, unfortunately nothing numbered in there. But a little late night action going on here. A little Team Break Tuesday. So that's Mixer number 1 from Patreon in the books. We do have Mixer 2, which has different boxes, and also a Bowman mixer, which I just put together. Those are on sale, and if you'd like to grab any of those, we could do those next Tuesday. We'll be back on Whatnot tomorrow night, breaking a bunch of Bowman and everything else. And also, we'll be live on Friday and Saturday night this week with the Basement Blowout sale, so stay tuned for that. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see all of you tomorrow over on Whatnot. Good night, everybody.